It's fascinating to think that, looking at digital and mobile payments and real-time payments as this gateway to effectively improving not just industries, commercial, and also entire countries' economies, but the consumer down at the very bottom. And I think that's just absolutely brilliant to know. You see that in countries like high-growth countries like Mexico and Brazil, that example being typified. Now, with all these innovations, and it's very easy to say that countries that grapple with real-time payments and payments at speed are afforded high growth, but there's also for the institutions a lot of operational challenges when payments are being slung about at those speeds. So when it comes to reconciliation as well and payments at real time, what are some of the challenges that maybe your organization could help alleviate?
I think one of the key challenge, I would say, is keeping up to the changing regulatory mandates. Right. Okay, so there needs to be an ongoing compliance to all these regulatory mandates that keep on coming. And regulatory mandates could actually be quite exhaustive for banks and financial institutions because they come every now and then. And banks and financial institutions need to comply to those regulatory mandates, which also includes operational aspects like reconciliation. There could be security enhancements, there could be new features that banks need to introduce. So I think regulatory mandates is something that's keeping the ecosystem on its toes, and there's a constant catch-up that is being being seen in the ecosystem. Secondly, I would say fraud, because I think with the increase in digital payment volume, there's a rise in fraud, and especially after the pandemic, fraudsters are aggressively targeting consumers and businesses with new scams, and there's an improved, and increased fraud attempts to banks and financial institutions as well. So now would be the time for the ecosystem to have a relook at their fraud strategies and come up with resilient strategies, fraud prevention mechanism to combat this. Lastly, from a consumer standpoint, I would say another challenge that has come up during the pandemic is that people now are moving away from fragmented payment experiences, and they're looking for consistent experience across payment channels. So if I do an e-commerce payment or I do an in-store purchase, my payment experience should be consistent and more integrated. So I think that's where the ecosystem is also facing a bit of a lag here.